Eater is taking us on a culinary road trip around the U.S. with a new cookbook that highlights iconic dishes that you know and love, or perhaps you've never even heard of. Whether it's Detroit-style pizza or Texas sheet cakes, you will find recipes that give you a little history of our country's regional cuisine. Missy Frederick is the editorial director for Eater's dining team, and Tim Ebner is a food and travel writer who wrote the Mid-Atlantic chapter. Welcome to you both. Great to see you guys.
Great to be here.
All right, so Missy, I'm going to start with you. We know that food is such an important part of our culture and our history. Why did you want to put this in a cookbook?
Yeah, so this is Eater's second cookbook. Our first one was focused on the kind of like iconic, big deal restaurants that you find across the country. And we saw an opportunity here to highlight some restaurants that like are maybe more mom and pop, a little smaller, but like really have these dishes that become such a fabric of a particular community. And we thought we could find recipes, we could tell stories, and really just teach people a lot by having it in a cookbook form.
Right. You don't even have to cook anything to learn something, right?
Yeah, you can use it as a road trip guide.
And Tim, you wrote the Mid-Atlantic section, of course, for the D.C. area. You had to include the half smoke, the iconic Ben's Chili Bowl. They just had a big reopening. But your recipe comes from meats and foods. Tell us about that process.
Yeah, I mean, Ben's is iconic. The chili half smoke comes from Ben's Chili Bowl on U Street. But asking Ben's, how that chili gets made is not as easy as you would think.
Right.
So obviously it's a proprietary thing that they like to keep secret. But the great thing about the half smoke is there are so many restaurants around the city that now serve it as an iconic regional part of our cuisine in the Mid-Atlantic. So we worked with Meat and Foods, and they're a local butcher shop, but also they do an incredible half smoke. And their chili has this unique smoked paprika, so I think you get a little extra flavor from that as well.
Oh, we'll definitely have to check that out. Missy, any highlights for you, any surprises as you were putting this book together?
Yeah, for me, the most exciting things were learning about places that I was less familiar with. I'm from the Midwest. I spend time here in the Mid-Atlantic, but I didn't know a ton about like Alaska, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, and like, really getting to deep dive into like Alaska food cuisine and learning about like the indigenous traditions, learning about preservation. That was really interesting to me.
That must have been very cool.
Yeah.
Right. Do you have a favorite? I know it's like asking you to pick a favorite child.
Favorite recipe, you mean?
Yes.
I was really excited about the Pittsburgh salad recipe. My sister lives in Pittsburgh, and it's a salad that's topped with cheese, buttermilk ranch, and French fries. So about the least healthy salad you could possibly discover, but it's delicious.
Sounds excellent to me.
It's amazing, and my wife turned me onto it. She's from Pittsburgh. Incredible dish.
Pittsburgh salad? All right, I'm definitely going to look that up. All right, Tim, you also included a recipe for mumbo sauce. I thought that was very DC, and it is, but there's more behind that sauce.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a controversy here. Mumbo sauce sometimes gets credit from Chicago. There's a family in Chicago that originally made the sauce. It migrated its way to Washington, D.C. and became very popular over time at many corner stores and corner shops around the city. In this book, we tried to put it together as an appetizer for people that they could make at home. So it's a chicken nugget recipe where you can dip the mumbo sauce into chicken nuggets. Perfect party dish, perfect pre-dinner meal. You should definitely serve this at your next party.
And mumbo sauce comes in so many different flavors and varieties, right? Is there one mumbo sauce?
Mumbo sauce can be a lot of things, and it also can be pronounced differently. Some people call it mumbo or mumbo with a U.
Yes.
Very confusing. But I also think that it has, this sweetness factor to it. To me, it's defined by its sweetness. It is somewhere between a barbecue sauce ketchup, and it's great on fried fish. It's great on fried chicken. You can pretty much put it on anything.
On anything. Tim Ebner and Missy Frederick, thanks so much. The book is Eaterland, Recipes and Stories from Across the United States. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.